Hey peeps, what's crackin'? I hope you have a great time. Whoa, almost fell down right there. What's crackin', peeps? One more time, hi. It's your boy Mackie here, and I definitely almost fell down cruising around this corner with the camera in my hand. So today I want to talk with you guys about visualization because I kind of have the feeling in the past years or so I'm always stumbling again and again over this technique, and people from all walks of life, such as athletes, managers, or other successful people, seem to swear by this one single technique, as it really helps them to build incredible sports careers, to invent amazing business ideas, and also to do other things like making the biggest slice of pizza in the world, I don't know. But this technique can really help, and I think it's worthwhile to talk about this more in depth so that we can together utilize it and make it help us to reach our goals together. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can visualize your goals in order to go out there and get them. Coming up. We all kind of have this vague, blurry idea about where we want to go in life, but somehow we never have the time, or we never take the time to think a bit more in depth about this topic. For me personally, I always kind of had the idea where I want to head and where I picture myself in 10, 5, or maybe even 20 years from now, but I really never took the time to think about this in depth and create like a crystallized version of this thought. But before we go any deeper, what means visualization in the first place? So according to the definition, visualization means the formation of a mental image of something. So in other words, turning an abstract thought into a perceivable image for our mind. Like when I tell you to think about your best friends, about the place you grew up, or a beautiful plate full of French fries and a double cheeseburger, your mind immediately starts generating these images so that you can better digest the information and store it as well. And this process gets supercharged even more if we attach emotion to it. So for example, you can remember the one time back in school where your best friend made a joke in front of the entire class and you were just cracking up and couldn't hold back the laughter, and until this day you probably have an easy time thinking about that situation, because next to the sensual perception, it was also strongly infused with this emotion of having fun, of being in a good time and being excited, and therefore you could store that thought so well. And we want to make use of these characteristics to draw a really good picture of our future self so that we have this very rich and emotionally strong feeling that we can focus our attention to. And apart from that, it's just super fun to exercise this and just to give it a try. So don't take it too seriously, take it with some fun, and I'm sure there will be some great outcomes for you. But hold up, guys. I just want to get one thing straight. I see the act of visualization as a very powerful tool of aligning your tasks or aligning your actions with your goals. But I don't believe that through the act of visualization only your dreams will miraculously come true. For example, when Michael Jordan was having this hefty flu back in the NBA Finals 1997, he visualized maybe that he wants to win the championship together with his team despite his illness, but he still had to put in the actions, and this visualization really supported him in reaching those goals. So if you're a dreamer and you visualize something, chances are quite high that you will remain a dreamer. But what visualization can really do is to give you more clarity and transform you from a dreamer into a doer, because you know what has to get done in order to reach those dreams. And by the way, if you've ever tried something like visualization before or have experiences in this area, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, so talking about the practical steps that have worked out really well for me, I think the first step is really to try to create a scenario, something with which you can start, and it's absolutely no problem if it's a vague idea yet. I try to think about it a bit like the core of an onion, so it's really the basic framework upon which we will then stack more and more layers of information once we go through the process, so that at the end of the day we have this very rich and this very comprehensive scene or visual idea that you have about your future self. So that's what we're going to start out with. And if you have difficulties thinking about it, try to grab moments from your past, moments where you have enjoyed a lot of fun and a lot of excitement and contentment, and try to transfer these ideas or these situations into a future state where you want to be in. And another way that has helped me as well is to look at people you really admire and try to figure out which aspects of their lifestyle or which things you have acknowledged in that person that you really enjoy. And once you do that, you really have a starting point and can take it from there. But just a small word of warning here, it's really important that you try to keep these thoughts or these ideas where you want to head in the future as truthful and as meaningful as possible. So like we already mentioned, it's very important that they are infused with emotion and that they are significant to you despite of all superficial things. So really try to find truthful things and also watch out that your ideas are not cannibalizing each other, as the visualization will really ideally be your guiding north star for the next years to come, and you don't want to end up visualizing things that are maybe superficially important for you, as riding a fast car or living in a mansion, but the underlying wants or the underlying dreams that you have aren't really aligned with that, and this will lead to the fact that your visualization will probably not really help you. Alright, so step number 2, in my opinion, which at least worked really well for me, is to create a mood board. And I know that from like my internships from university in marketing, you often do mood boards if you want to convey like the feeling of a brand or an idea of a marketing campaign. For example, you start to generate images of how that brand could look like in the future, which type of people could use the products, in which scenarios they use them, and so on and so forth. And you can really try to apply that to your visualization. So just go on Google Images and try to find images that are in line with your visualization. So for example, if your dream is to live on the beach, try to find images that really resemble that beach. And in your visualization, for example, if your dream is that you're hanging out with your friends on your surfboard and it's just perfect sunset moment right now and you are at that beach, try to find images that support that thought and build it up sort of like a collage, where you have in the middle the scene you are thinking of, and then around it all of these ancillary thoughts that really support you in that visualization. So what is your job going to be like in that time? And try to find images that resemble that. How are your friends going to look like, or what are they doing? What are your hobbies during that time? And really try to create a very colorful assortment of images that resemble the scene that you're visualizing, but also the surrounding things that your life encompasses during that time, because this will really help you to have a very sound and a very solid foundation and create this very intense and colorful and emotionally significant image that you want to reach at a certain point. Alright peeps, so now we have reached step 4, and everything we've done before this step is more like the kind of literature review part, if you see it as a kind of academic work. So now we've just generated and collected all of the ideas that we want to use, and now it's all about the visualization itself, and we want to prepare now for the visualization, because the goal now is to experience these ideas that you have collected in a first-person view, as if you would travel in time now and experience the thought. We want to just resemble this emotion and the sensation in our mind. So what we want to do is we want to sit down in a very calm place, for example like here in a really nice calm park area, or maybe in your living room or your bedroom where you're just for yourself. And then we want to close our eyes for 5 minutes, take some deep breaths in and out, and just relax a bit, very similar to the preparation methods you do if you meditate. So just have an erect spine and exhale and inhale very slowly and calmly for 2 or 3 minutes, so that you're calmed down and your mind is a bit rested. And now we kind of want to prime our brain so that the sensations we want to experience in our visualization are as true as possible. So what we want to do is we want to stand up and perform an action of any kind. So for example, I could stand up and maybe go to this bush here and start touching the leaves and really try to save in my mind how the feeling of the leaf feels on my fingertips and how the wind maybe feels or the air smells. Or if I grab here my skateboard, I could just like grab my skateboard and feel the grip tape. And then I want to go back to my meditation spot, close my eyes, and now the important part starts, because now the fifth and most crucial aspect of the visualization starts to begin. I want to close my eyes and try to replicate these sensations that I felt with my fingers right now, or the air that was stroking over my skin. I want to take these feelings and apply them to my visualization. So for example, coming back to the thought that you want to chill with your homies on your surfboard at the beach or something like that, then you really want to try and imagine how it feels that your feet are in the water, you're sitting on the surfboard, the waves are slowly flowing underneath you, you see the sunrise slowly going down, maybe you even have the taste of salt water in your mouth and an albatross is flying by or something like this. And this will really help you to manifest this idea in your mind. And yeah, I think by doing this regularly, let's say once a week or once every 2 weeks, you will dramatically increase the chances of realizing your visualization, because you will always be brought back, or let's say you will always make this time travel, so to speak, into the future and see where you're going to be or where you want to be. And this visualization will be sort of like a lane assistant that will keep you on the right track. And I'm talking here about like a really advanced lane assistant, so like a Tesla one or whatever. And it will just guide you sort of an autopilot towards your goals, because all of your actions will be aligned more. You will have more energy to wake up in the morning and get things done, because you just have this guiding North Star and you really want to reach it. And that's also where it comes back to the truthfulness of your visualization. So it has to be really true to you, and then you will also most likely enjoy the years that it will take to reach that goal, because if it's something that's really in line with you, then the actions you will have to carry out will probably also be in line with your personality, and then you're really set up for success. I think that's really one of the most powerful things, and if you have a clear visualization, you are ready to go. So I really hope this video helped you. I definitely really believe in these goals and in these tools that can help you to give you more clarity. And yeah, let me know in the comment section how you think of this process, if you have some other ideas or something like that. And I'm definitely looking forward to read them. So have a good evening, guys, and see you soon. Peace.